Hello everyone, this is Sean and Brian from Liminal Games. We're here to make another video about the update that we've been working on. We've been talking on our forums a lot about a large update that's coming out, and this video is going to discuss some of the changes. We're going to make several videos talking about some of the big changes coming. We've got multiplayer, combat overhaul, and several other things that we've been doing, but this one we're going to talk about the art and the visual overhaul that we've been working on. And that's kind of what we're going to focus on here. And so we're here in the town. And Sean, what are some of the big visual changes that come with the new update?
Well, the biggest visual change involved moving to 3.5, the new build of CryEngine. We had to rework a lot of textures, a lot of materials, the specular values, the diffuse values, all had to be reworked to react nicely with the new lighting, which is vastly improved.
All right. So another thing that we're noticing here is vegetation. As you guys can see, it's a lot different as I walk through it. It has touch bending on it. It reacts to me walking through it, and other players and other enemies will react to them. It also, as you see, has gusts of wind blowing through it and really makes the whole world feel a lot more alive.
Utilizing 3.5's new tall grass feature, which batches the grass into many draw calls, we were able to achieve a much higher level of vegetation. Many more instances of vegetation, all running very nicely. And as Brian said, the wind is now realistic. It moves with gusts.
Yeah, so it's just a lot better. Another thing that we've been working on is also the UI, the user interface. As you can see down at the bottom, the overlay. This is just kind of the first thing. We have more that's going to go on the UI, but that's been changed, the health and stamina bars. But as we go into the inventory here, it's also been changed. This is the main inventory menu, and you'll probably notice some things in here that are going to, you probably don't quite know what they mean. There are different things that we've had planned in the game for a while, but our old UI didn't really allow for them. And so with the new UI overhaul, we've been able to allow for a lot of the ideas and features that we've wanted in our game to really come through. But the inventory is also really fast, really snappy. It's also been optimized for PC. It's not a console version of it or anything like that. In fact, everything everything that we've been doing in this game has been optimized for PC. We use higher resolution textures. We do everything so that it runs on high end. If you have a high end computer, it will really be able to utilize some of the fantastic graphics, and it also will scale down too if you don't have the bleeding edge. But it definitely allows for you to have some good stuff. So UI is also is going to be a big improvement, and a lot of the features that we want are going to be able to come a lot quicker with the new UI. And finally, we wanted to talk a little bit more, as you can see, about the town that has been re-overhauled, and we've added buildings, we've changed a lot of things, but one of the things that we've changed the most is the interiors of the town. And the interiors in our old one, they were very bland. They just sort of were illuminated by global illumination, and they looked really non-realistic at all. So we've really overhauled and changed what the interiors of not only the town, but just the interiors are going to, in our whole game, are going to look a lot different and a lot better. So you can tell us a little bit about those, Sean.
Yeah, utilizing what I call helper lights, we were able to darken the corners and brighten the sources of light, giving it a much natural, much more dramatic look that really offers a lot.
And yeah, it offers a lot of changes to make it feel a lot better. And so as you can see, like, this corner right here is a lot darker. It's not globally illuminated. It's blocked off from the illumination outside, and the illumination that you see is coming from the lights actually on the inside. These candles and other particles like that are actually casting realistic, real-time shadows, which is something that will make the game feel a lot more immersive and a lot better. Finally, we wanted to talk about probably the biggest change that we haven't discussed yet that you've probably noticed is the characters. Here I've kind of kept this guy's clothes off so you can see the whole character model has been redone, and it is a lot better than our old one. And we actually have a small little scene here set up for you to show off a little more about what we've done with the characters.
CryEngine has a really nice skin shader, and I made use of that by using high-res skin that actually has skin pores and a realistic specular fall-off. You can see that this lady has very high-res skin details, and the guy also has the same very high-res skin, facial hair, those things. Eyes are also really high-res, very high-res, utilizing next-gen. Like Brian said, we don't want to be last-gen. We want to really push the edge, have really high res graphics, high definition, things that really push your hardware to the limit, but at the same time offer
just offer, you know, I don't know, a more like immersive feel, because it seems like if you make a game that's specifically for a console, you really sacrifice, or if it's going to be for both console and for PC, you sacrifice a lot with textures, a lot with the amount of triangles that you can have on the screen. All of these things really affect like how far you can take your game. And we've really focused on this whole time. We want to focus on making it a PC game. If it ever does come to console, it will be a console port of a PC game. It's first and primarily visually, artistically, even when it comes to just how the UI works. Like I said, it's fast, it's optimized for keyboard and mouse, just like everything. Our combat will also be optimized that way. And as I'm walking around here, you can see we've overhauled the entire island, and more visual updates are going to keep coming out incrementally as soon as the big update is out. But just everything has really been improved. Another big improvement is the ocean has been improved greatly in this version of the engine, and water in general. There's also now realistic, what is it called when you got the light shining off of it? It's
specular?
No, when you have like the light shining off of things and it like
caustics.
Caustics, yeah. We have caustics that, you know, you can see. I probably won't make it to some water here, but just a lot of little visual changes. So many, we really probably won't be able to go into them all in a single video, but as you can also see, I'm walking through foliage here that is much, much more dense, much thicker than it ever was, and that was what Sean was saying with hardware instancing, allowing us to take advantage of DirectX 11's ability to just have a lot more on the screen at once. And moving to this engine has really bumped up our visuals and has allowed us to take it to really the next level. So anyway, that's a little bit about some of the artistic things that we've been working on. Thank you very much, and we'll be talking to you soon.